It's not screaming, it's humming. Not loud enough to break you, just enough to haunt you, like a whisper in the bloodstream. You feel it when the room goes quiet and your smile turns into armor. You explain again. Not because they asked, because you don't want to be mistaken. You rehearse being harmless. You edit before you're even questioned. You apologize with your posture. That's how it starts. The habit loop. The subconscious program that trades your power for approval. Dopamine hits for every nod you earn, and every piece of yourself you lose. They didn't silence you. You did it for them. To be kept. To be kept in the room, at the table, in the script. But every time you explain, something sacred leaves your mouth and doesn't come back. You start to feel it in your bones. Static, buzzing, the buildup of unspoken self. You don't even know what you believe anymore, only that it needs to be palatable. So you translate your truth down to their comfort. But the soul, it doesn't play quiet forever. I no longer explain. I become. Say it soft at first. Not because you believe it yet, but because something in you is tired of the noise. Tired of playing the diplomat when you came to be a damn storm. You start noticing the shifts. How your body tenses when you shrink to fit. How you repeat yourself not for clarity, but because you're afraid they didn't get it the first time. Not the words. Every repetition is a retreat. Every justification is a cage. Even kindness starts to taste like control when you're always the one folding. And you start to realize your clarity doesn't need an audience. Soft truth. The need to be understood is sometimes the mask of being afraid to stand alone. You remember Goggins ran until the hate burned off his skin, until silence became his currency, and the world caught up to the war he already won. He didn't explain. He built. Pain became the blueprint, solitude, the signature, and now you hear the buzz. Not a breakdown, a broadcast. It's not asking for help. It's demanding a new name. The bones are warning you. Shrink one more time and you'll disappear. Swallow one more truth and you'll forget what hunger even feels like. Nod one more time and you'll never know what no could have built. I no longer explain, I become. Say it louder now. This is who I am now. Not soft, not small, not for sale. Still building, still breathing, still me. This is the ignition of identity. Not loud, not pretty, but permanent. You're not looking for validation. You're remembering. Let them forget. I remember. Let them doubt. I decide. Cut the noise or stay lost, because this isn't about being understood anymore. It's about being undeniable. Say it again. I'm not done yet. It's time to kill the rope, not because you hate what it was, but because you're tired of pretending it was ever yours. This rope, these ties, these expectations, they never belong to you. You've been holding on out of kindness, out of obligation, out of fear. But fear doesn't get to write your script anymore. Not the fear of standing alone. Not the fear of their disappointment. Not the fear that comes from silence, because silence is where the truth starts to burn. I no longer explain, I become. Say it soft. Say it scared. But say it, because the words are starting to mean something. The rope, the ties, the polite lies, they were built for approval, but approval doesn't build anything. You can feel the guilt. It stings. It's the same feeling that kept you small, the same feeling that made you explain your worth to everyone around you, the same feeling that made you doubt your own truth because they couldn't handle it. You'd shrink just enough to keep them comfortable, to keep them close, but comfort never built greatness. Some cages are made of kindness. You've been polite. You've been careful. But now, you're done. You're cutting the rope. I no longer explain. I become. Now say it with conviction. The kind of conviction that burns away the parts of you that were never real. No more waiting for permission. No more asking for validation. You stop defending your worth. You stop negotiating your value. This is where you rise. The guilt is just the ashes. It's the residue of everything you thought you had to be. But beneath that is fire. Fire that burns away anything that doesn't belong. You will not apologize for rising. You will not explain why you're walking away from their rope, because you know what it's like to be tied, and you know what it's like to be free. I no longer explain, I become. Say it louder now. You've burned the bridge. You've burned the rope, you've burned the lie, and it feels like a spark, not a loss but a beginning. A fire is not a void, it is not destruction, it is purification, and you don't need them to understand it. You just need to feel it. Cut the noise or stay lost. This is the shift. The fire doesn't wait. You stop playing small for their comfort. You stop answering questions that weren't yours to answer. Say it again. I'm not done yet. You've been running from the noise, running from the heat, but it never left. That fire beneath your feet, you felt it burning long before you ever realized it. It wasn't chaos. It wasn't destruction. It was always your power, waiting to be unleashed. I no longer explain, I become. Say it like you mean it now. This isn't about survival, it's about transformation. The heat you've been running from, that's what's going to shape you. You thought the fire was going to break you, but the truth is, you've been forged in it. Every time you felt like you were drowning, it was never a loss. It was an invitation to rise, to step into what you've always been afraid of. Pain isn't your enemy. Pain is your tutor. It's the voice that told you to stop hiding, to stop pretending, to stop shrinking. That fire isn't there to kill you. It's there to name you. I no longer explain.
Oh!
I become. Say it again. Let it burn into your bones. The foundation under your feet is shaking, because the furnace beneath it is coming alive, and you can't hide anymore. You can't apologize for this power. You can't deny the heat anymore. The pain didn't come to break you. It came to name you, to show you who you were meant to be all along. No more excuses. No more wondering. No more pleading for answers. This fire is the answer. And here's the truth you've been afraid to face. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. Every crack, every scar, every piece of you that you thought was destroyed. It's all part of the blueprint. You've been sculpted by the fire, shaped by it, sharpened by it. It's the fire that shows you what you're really made of. No more hesitation. No more second guessing. You don't explain anymore. You don't justify. You become. You stop running from the flames and start using them. That heat, it's your strength. It's the forge that will turn you into something unrecognizable. And once you realize that, once you embrace it, the fire will no longer scare you. It will light your way. I no longer explain. I become. Let that phrase burn in you. It's not just words. It's your identity now. The furnace isn't your enemy anymore. It's your ally. Your transformation happens in the fire. Your growth happens in the heat. And you will never be the same. You don't explain the process to them. You don't have to. You let them see what's left when the flames die down. You let them feel the heat in the air. The fire doesn't need your explanation. It needs your action. You are not here to be understood. You're here to be seen. And once you embrace that, once you stop running from the fire, you'll realize it wasn't there to burn you. It was always there to shape you. Say it again. I'm not done yet. There's nothing left. Nothing but the ruins. The walls you built. The stories you told. The things you used to cling to. Gone. And for the first time, you're not scrambling to rebuild it. You're sitting here, in the middle of the wreckage, and you're facing what's left. No apologies. No explanations. Just you. And it's ugly. It's raw. But it's real. For once you're not pretending. You're not editing yourself. You're not waiting for someone else to approve. You don't need their approval anymore. You've been through the fire, and this is who you are now. I no longer explain. I become. Say it again. Say it louder. You've been avoiding this, hiding, shifting. But now, the smoke has cleared. The dust has settled, and the only thing left to face is you. The real you. No armor, no mask, no edits. Just the pieces of yourself you've been too afraid to claim. The mirror is cracked, but you're still looking. Even in silence, you're still building. You don't have to fill every void with noise anymore. You don't have to scramble for the next distraction. The truth you've been avoiding is staring back at you. The face you've been running from is the one in the mirror. And here it is, unfiltered, untouched, and it's not broken. It's just waiting to be seen. You didn't die in the fire. You were reborn. You're here, still, standing. Every step forward from this point is on your terms, and you're not explaining it to anyone. You're not making it easy for them to understand, because this journey isn't for them. It's for you. I no longer explain. I become. Let the world say what they want. Let them call it failure. Let them call it chaos. You know better now. You've felt the wreckage. You've heard the silence, and you know what's left is just you. In your truth. No more games. No more pretenses. You stand in the ruins, not because you've given up, but because you finally let everything fall away that wasn't yours. The silence doesn't scare you anymore. It's your ally. It's like a weight lifted. The pieces scattered around you aren't burdens. They're bricks. Bricks to build what's next. You sit there still, not rushing, not looking for the next step, just being this moment. This stillness. This is enough. I no longer explain, I become. Even when it hurts, you breathe. Even when it's not clear, you trust. You don't need their validation. You don't need their approval. The reflection staring back at you is the one you've been hiding from your entire life, but not anymore. And that's when it hits. The truth that's been so hard to face, that you've spent your life avoiding. It's not ugly. It's not weak. It's not broken. It's whole. It's real. And it's enough. So sit in the ruins. Don't run. The fire didn't destroy you. It revealed you. Now you get to decide what you build next. Say it again. I'm not done yet. You thought you were living, but you were just playing a part, a role they wrote for you, a script handed down, without question, and you followed it. You followed it because you thought it was all you could be. You thought the lines were yours to speak, but they weren't. They were theirs, their expectations, their limits, their rules. You were a puppet, and you didn't even know it. But now you see it, and you're done. I no longer explain. I become. No more trying to fit into a mold. No more accepting the script they gave you. You're tearing it up, page by page. Each line is a lie. Each chapter a cage. You've been living inside a narrative that isn't yours to begin with. And you can feel the rage building now. The righteous fire, because you know better. You always did. You just didn't know you had the power to rewrite it. I no longer explain. I become. Say it again. Feel it. Because this time you're not asking for permission. This time you're not waiting for someone to hand you the pen. You're grabbing it yourself. You are the author. You are the creator. You get to write the story now. You burn the old pages. Let them go up in flames. Because they were never your words anyway. This is your life. This is your name. You don't have to inherit what doesn't honor you. That's a truth you've been avoiding. But no more. The things they told you were supposed to be. You refuse to carry them anymore. You are not their expectations. You are not their projections. You are not their story. You are your own. Every letter, every word, every breath, you own it. It's your life now, and you're writing it without looking back. Every page that burns is a weight lifted. The weight of what they expected. The weight of what they told you you were. The weight of their limits, gone. And in their place, you rise. The truth that was always buried inside, screaming to be free. This isn't a new story. It's the one that was always waiting to be written. The one that's been buried beneath their noise. The one that's been simmering under the surface. It's yours. All along. You just needed the courage to pick up the pen, to burn the scripts. I no longer explain. I become. You are no longer explaining yourself to anyone. Not to your past. Not to your fears. Not to the world that never believed you could be more. You are living the truth of who you are. And you're doing it with no apologies. You're writing the fire now. You will never live someone else's life again. You will never be bound by their words again. This is your moment, your time, your story. No one else gets to tell it. Not anymore. Say it again. I'm not done yet. I don't need to explain myself anymore. I don't need the applause, the recognition, the validation. I've learned the art of silence. It's not the absence of sound. It's the structure I build in the stillness. The quiet is where I sharpen my edges, where I craft my power. It's in the shadows where I rise. No noise, no distractions, just action. I no longer explain. I become. I've been in the loud spaces, the places where everyone wants to talk, where every word is a competition. But that was never the real game. The game is in the quiet. That's where I find my strength. I'm done proving myself to anyone. The work speaks for itself. I build in silence. I build with precision. No need for anyone to know until it's already done. The dopamine rush isn't in the chatter anymore. It's in the progress. It's in the quiet, consistent grind. You don't need applause when you're constructing something unshakable. The people who need to see you hustle are the ones still waiting for someone else to give them permission. You don't need permission. You just need action. I no longer explain. I become. Let the noise fade into the background. I'm focused, building, creating, mastering. Every step is deliberate, every move calculated. No room for chaos, only clarity. And that's power. That's unstoppable. You don't have to fill the silence with words. Silence isn't the absence of story. It's the beginning of mastery. You don't need everyone watching. You don't need the world to know your every move. You know what you're doing. You know what you're building. And that's enough. You're not here for the validation. You're here to change everything from the inside out. The quiet is where the real work gets done, where the blueprints are drawn, where you learn the discipline to move without needing the world to hear your footsteps, where you build not just for today, but for tomorrow, for the future you've already decided to create, the one that doesn't need anyone else to understand it. I no longer explain. I become. This is who I am now. No more waiting for permission to exist. I forge in silence. The noise doesn't matter. The opinions of others don't matter. Only what I create in the shadows. I don't need anyone to watch me build. I don't need anyone to cheer. In the end, the silence will speak for me. It's my blueprint, my design, and it's already in motion. Say it again. I'm not done yet. I don't explain anymore. I don't need to. I am the presence. The moment I walk in, the room knows. I don't have to shrink. I don't have to soften. I walk in fully written. I am the story now, and the world adjusts to me. It doesn't get to dictate my energy. I decide the room's temperature. I used to wait. I used to second guess. Not anymore. My silence is my power. My calm is my storm. I don't shout for attention. I don't need applause. The ones who matter never needed my explanation. They feel me before they hear me. I am already what I came here to be. This is who I am now. They're watching, waiting, but they don't understand yet. My presence is louder than any words I could say. It's the energy I bring, the calm intensity. I don't chase them. They meet me where I stand, and I don't apologize for that. I don't explain. I become. There's no need to convince. My being is the evidence. My walk speaks louder than any story I could tell. No more shrinking into corners. No more dimming for anyone. The world adjusts, not me. I no longer explain. I become. They're still trying to figure it out, but I've already moved. The silence that walks in first is my truth. It's unspoken, unshakable. It's the sound of someone who knows exactly who they are. No explanation, just execution. When I step into the room, it bends to my presence, and I don't have to ask for it. The ones who need no explanation will feel the shift. The others will always wonder, but I'm not here for them. I'm here for what I'm building, what I'm becoming. Say it again. I'm not done yet.